Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Tim Norman from Welcome to Sweetie Pies. And there has been a fourth arrest in the case involving Andre Montgomery. His departure from this earth was really horrific and terrible too as well. I mean, like, Lord have mercy. And everyone that's involved in Andre Montgomery's case, the suspects, they need to get the highest punishment possible, and there should not be any plea deals whatsoever. And there has been an update where a fourth person has been arrested. His name is Travell Hill, and he is off the chain. Let me tell you, 17 days after Andre Montgomery departed from this earth due to Travell Hill, he did a song with Tim Norman, Loud featuring Amigos. I was like, Lord have mercy, what is going on? These dudes think they live in a rap life, a rap career. Tim is out here spending money, blowing money, getting features from Migos. Like, what's going on with this situation? Here is the video, but it's actually shots of the video. This is Tim rapping with this song called Loud featuring Migos, and also Travell Hill is in the video too as well. Like, Lord have mercy. I mean, 17 days after Andre Montgomery departed from this earth due to Tim and Travell Hill being hired, being the alleged assassin. Oh, Lord have mercy. So this is a situation. Here is the video with Migos, Tim, and you see Travell Hill in the video too as well. It's like, what is going on? Tim was thinking he was living a dream out here in these streets. And let's talk about Travell Hill. Like, Lord have mercy. He received $5,000 from Norman the same day that Andre Montgomery departed from this earth. I was like, Lord have mercy. Just a sad situation. And also, Travell Hill was recorded on a jailhouse conversation when he was talking to his brother Tony. He was talking to his brother Tony Whitfield, who laughed about what happened to Andre Montgomery. And Tony told Hill, I heard Mother Effer finally got him, according to the affidavit. I was like, Lord have mercy. They're on the phone bragging about what they did to this young man. He wasn't in the street. He wasn't slanging. He wasn't committing any crime. Just because his uncle was so greedy and wanted money because he was running the streets. He had to pay the girls. He had to pay the bills. And he wasn't paying regular bills. He was paying street bills, allegedly, from what I get from people in Mississippi, because he thought he was a rapper. He thought he was a doughboy. And he also had a lot of gambling debts too as well. So Tim is low down and dirty. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. And let's also talk about this situation with Travell Hill. Travell Hill is cold. He is cold-blooded like Tim and like Terica Ellis. Cold-blooded. These are cold-blooded individuals. How you gonna do a rap video 17 days after Andre Montgomery departed from this earth because Tim thought he was coming into $500,000? He thought he had the money. He done paid Terica Ellis $9,000 and he paid Travell Hill $5,000, and he was supposed to keep the big chunk of the change for himself. Lord, thank God he didn't get any money. Thank God he didn't get nothing. I mean nothing. And he was down in Mississippi struggling. And the word on the street is, if the police didn't pick up Tim Norman, he was going to have to face a lot of consequences out there in the streets in Mississippi, because he owed everybody money from gambling debt. He owed all the street boys money. He owed the connects money. He owed everybody money. He was swimming in debt. Him and his girlfriend allegedly did some coronavirus or COVID scams too as well. That's the word on the streets. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that situation. Is his girlfriend in Mississippi going to be charged in fraudulent case against taking federal money? Because Tim is already involved in a federal case. So yes, this situation is terrible. And let's talk about Wiley Yagman. Let's talk about this guy, the producer, well, former producer of Nelly, and he's also a t-shirt owner, vintage t-shirts that he owns. He's a part of the conspiracy too as well. He has been arrested for wire fraud and mail fraud too as well. I think he needs to be charged in conspiracy to commit murder too as well, because in the affidavit there is a conversation between Tim and Wally, and the conversation took place on September 3rd, 2015. Norman texted him and wrote, "He might not make it 6 months, bro." Then Tim texted him again and said, "I'm not kidding." And then Wally Yakman responded, he said, "Damn." So come on. So he knew what was going on, because why would Tim Norman be telling him that he might not make it in 6 months? "I'm not kidding, bro. He might not make it." And why is he saying that to the insurance agent? You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense unless Tim told Wally that Andre Montgomery was suffering from something or had an illness. But we all know that the producer is being arrested for fraudulent, and so he falsified false applications and statements on insurance applications. So he knew everything was a lie to try to get that $450,000. And what was his part in it? And then Tim's calling him and saying that he might not make it, and Andre's only 18 years old. So what is Andre suffering from? What did Tim tell him that he was suffering from? If he did in the first place anyway, he might not have. So therefore, I believe that Andre Montgomery's family need to go after Wally and sue him and get some financial reimbursement. For real. They need to take everything that he owns and he has. Take his vintage t-shirt company. Take his recording and being a producers, any masters that he have. They need to confiscate it and take it. Make him put it up and sell it and take it. They need to sue him for financial gain and make him suffer. For real, because he knew what he was involved in. He knew what he was doing. He knew what was going on. Tim is not conspicuous. He's not smart enough. This dude knew, and he wanted to be a part of the streets. Now he needs to serve time like he's a part of the streets, because he is a criminal. So let's get to that situation. You can't sue Tim because he ain't got nothing. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was just like, Lord have mercy. It's just really a sad situation all the way around. And it's so sad because Andre Montgomery was out there left in the cold by himself. Nobody really protecting him or having his back, because they didn't know that there was a monster like Tim Norman lurking in the bushes, getting insurance policies on his nephew, then on his mother. Then it's alleged that Tim Norman has insurance policies on his children. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. Tim is low down and dirty. For real. And let's also get to the other situation when it comes to Tim Norman. Also, Tim Norman pleaded not guilty in murder for hire case. Federal prosecutors said the death penalty could be issued in this case. If Norman is convicted, a request for review has been sent to Washington, D.C., but final decision is expected to be delayed due to the presidential election. Tim hired a new attorney. A status hearing for the attorney and the case is scheduled to take place in St. Louis on December 2nd at 10 a.m. So it is what it is. Put this man behind bars, baby. Put him behind bars. And I see he ends up hiring an attorney. Where did Tim get the money to hire a attorney? Who is paying his attorney bills? That's the big question too as well. And also in the affidavit, it says that Tim Norman was telling people that his nephew ain't going to be around much longer. And he was talking about this on March 14, 2016. Like, what a damn shame. I mean, it's just really crazy. It's really despicable, and it's really disgusting. And poor Andre Montgomery, his father wasn't around because his father, ended up passing away in Los Angeles in 1995. So Andre Montgomery didn't have his father around in the situation at all. And that's probably one of the reasons why that Andre Montgomery's mother gave permission for her son to go live with his grandmother, Miss Robbie. I mean, what a crazy situation. What a sad situation too as well. But I want to know who is paying for Tim attorney fees. You guys let me know who you think is paying for the situation. And let's get into Terica Ellis. Let's talk about Terica Ellis. Lord have mercy. I mean, she got children out here in these streets. She gave birth. And like, how would she feel if someone did that to her children? You think that she would have motherly instincts or just have humanity just to be a woman, but you know what? People are cold and cold. And so she's cold, and now her children are suffering from the decision that she made for $10,000. She could have went and worked at Burger King and McDonald's and earned $10,000. She could have been a waitress and earned $10,000. She could have did anything else but be a part of this murder for hire plot, where now she is behind bars facing life too as well. She is facing the same charges as Tim Norman, and that is, conspiracy to commit murder. But also Tim Norman is also being charged with fraudulent insurance claims too as well, and mail fraud and wire fraud too as well. So he has a little bit more on his plate. So hopefully Tim gets the chair. For real, for real. So let's get to Terica Ellis. She was very, very important in this case. So was Wally Yagman. He was very important too, because he was the one that's supposed to supply the money, get the money. In order for this crime to take place, Wally was supposed to make sure all the insurance documents were supposed to come through, and there was supposed to be a great big rainbow pot full of gold coins and money. And it did not work out that way, because sometimes there's always somebody that'll stop your plot and your plan, even if it's just the universe. So he was supposed to be making sure that Tim get the money so he can pay off his debt, so he can live like a rapper, so he can live like a gangster and everything else like that. But if not been for Wally basically saying, you know what, I can't help you with this insurance claim. This insurance claim seems fraudulent, especially with Tim calling him saying that he's going to pass away and within the next 6 months, and also Tim telling him he ain't gonna make it, and I'm not kidding you. And then on top of that, Wally not getting the right documents to actually file the insurance claim, so he falsified a lot of things. So he's a part of the original plot to get the money. The whole plot was to get money and take somebody out, and that's what Tim did. But Wally encouraged him that he was going to get the money. So if he was said, you know what, this insurance claims is not going to work, you don't have the right information, it's a problem, so you know what, therefore I can't help you, maybe Andre Montgomery will be here. That's number one. Then number two, maybe if Wally, the insurance agent, found out about Andre Montgomery, what happened to him, his departure from this earth, and how suspicious that it was, and then Tim calling him trying to file the insurance claims, how come he didn't go to the police and the authorities? Because he was part of the plot to get money, and he knew that this young man was going to depart from this earth some way, somehow, because Tim let it be known that he wanted Andre Montgomery, because he accused Andre Montgomery of breaking into his mother's home in June of 2015, which that did not happen. It was Tim that did it, and he used that, sick and crazy in the head, he used that excuse to tell people to go after Andre Montgomery, which is really a sad situation all the way together. So let's get back to Terica Ellis. So Terica Ellis, she's the one that purchased the temporary phones too as well, so she can communicate with Travell, Hill, and also Tim. So she purchased these phones so they can communicate, they can talk to each other too as well. She's the one that learned his location, and she lured Andre Montgomery outside. And before she lured Andre Montgomery outside, she ends up calling Travell Hill and Tim to let them know Andre Montgomery's location. Yes, she did. And minutes after she called these two men, Travell Hill and Tim Norman, right after 7, she called them at 7. She called Andre Montgomery at 7:07 p.m. Then Ellis immediately made the call to Norman and Hill before calling Montgomery one final time, just minutes before he departed from this earth. Ellis and Tim wanted to get up on him, and they did. Because of the money. It was all about money. Money is the ruler of evil for some people, but not all people. And around 8 p.m., Andre Montgomery departed from this earth due to the hands of 4 people. 4 vicious people. 4 vicious people that need to be behind bars. And there's no way, no how that they should not be behind bars, because it's really a terrible situation what they did to this young man. And it's heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. These 4 criminals need to get the highest punishment whatsoever. And it's also a possibility that Tim Norman would receive the death penalty. So it's most likely his mom or somebody's paying for his attorney fees. And that is for real, for real. So you guys tell me what you think about this situation. It's just god awful all the way around. It just breaks my heart. This innocent young man, innocent, not knowing that his uncle, the person he's supposed to trust and have his back, end up sending a woman, getting an insurance guy, sending a man to take his life from this earth, which is horrible.